Job Amupanda, the City of Windhoek Mayor, received a courtesy visit from the German ambassador where they discussed future plans on possibly working together and help navigate the city in its plans to solve the housing issue and challenges the city faces.
First, it was to establish that contact, and then having established the contact, you set the framework on how we could cooperate. You see, His Excellency is talking about the greater framework of development cooperation, because that's a framework that guides their intervention in the country. And we were also talking about various areas such as research, employment creation, and also the informal settlements. But we are still just talking about that as a framework, to say if whatever the intervention will be in the informal settlement, whatever intervention will be in research, whatever intervention will be in sport and recreational activities, would then be thrashed out. We were even just talking about subsequent meetings, working meetings, where we would get the actual colleagues on or from the embassy side and also from our side to thrash out whatever the framework it is now. But we needed to take a first step going forward.
Herbert Beck said Germany's capital city has its own acts and elections which help with the development of the city. He said Germany would be delighted to cooperate and work with the City of Windhoek in helping it develop.
The main activity in terms of development cooperation takes place between the governments, and that is a well-established process, and it's also clear that the interests of the cities and of the rural population are reflected in the policies and in the proposals from Namibia. However, Germany is a federal state, which means we have 16 states which have their own partly tax regimes, they have their own parliamentary setup, they have their own elections. They have, so to speak, also, let's say, freedoms to act in a way also independently of the federal government, and therefore it's also one way also, and I think Bremen, for example, is one of those states which can act to a certain extent, of course, depending on how much money they can spend, but they are at liberty also to say we want to do this project with Windhoek, for example, and as long as the government of Namibia is not intervening or is not forbidding it, they can proceed to cooperate with Windhoek, and therefore it is also, I think, a process also to inform His Worship also about the setup of Germany also, and to see what potential cooperation fields and also actors in Germany exist, which then could be helpful for getting his policies implemented.
Ampanda said that Windhoek City has a long way to go before developing into a smart city, but they are working hard to put structures and formats in place to achieve their goals.